My name is Jo Byrne and I'm at St Mary's Church, Southampton. Quite convoluted, but my role presently is as licensed lay minister there, but I'm also a prison chaplain, so I'm licensed to Sheffield Diocese to do that role as the managing chaplain at HMP Lindholm. But also, as my journey has progressed, I am now an ordinand in formational training at St Hills College. Well, my training as a lay minister started way back in 2002, give or take a year or two, when I was offered to become a reader, as I was quite active in the church and I knew I had a calling to serve God somewhere, somehow, but wasn't sure. I got selected by the Warden of Readers of the Army, because I was serving at the time. And I got the training package sent through and was mortified and ended up having to pretty much rewrite it at the time, and it's now developed to become a very good package for lay ministers within the forces, because it is a tri-service training course. By looking at that package, it made me realise how unqualified, I suppose, I was. So I looked at it and found ways of being able to develop the lay ministry within the forces, not just for myself, who was in training, but for future lay ministers at the time. So it was very interesting going from BCP and ASB all the way through and having to recreate it to incorporate common worship. Okay, so while I'm in parish, I've been getting involved in all sorts of activities, from being on the prayer rota to doing the readings, and once they realised who I was, because I didn't reveal being a reader quite in my early few months in the parish, I then ended up helping being a thurifer, and then started going on to the preaching rota with the incumbent. So I did a lot of work there, and developed the ministry with being more involved in leading worship over time and taking on more responsibility in that way. But also getting involved in all the other activities and help creating different missional elements, having simple things like cream teas, because it feeds into the community of the generation that we are administering to, and all the other activities for children. And I got involved in one of our local care homes, going in once a month as the minister there and doing a church service there, and then getting involved in the activities they had afterwards, like bingo. So it created, again, another link to a community. They weren't always able to come to church, but wanted to be a part of, and I was that link for this particular community, which was actually quite humbling, actually, and good fun.